Hi guys, welcome to a video by Analytics. In this video, we'll be analyzing Bitcoins and other altcoins weekly performance from 11th of July to 18th of July. And we'll also be giving our forecast from 18th to 25th of July. So let's have a look at what our previous article said. So highlights from last week, the links in the description for our previous article. And we said, in 9600 and 248 for both the assets, BTC and ETH were very crucial. And if they were broken, we could see a bullish move coming into place, but hence they were not broken as the volumes were not there, and hence they are back into their consolidation zones. As we can see over here, they couldn't basically break out, but a positive news was seen that gold has retraced back above 1800. In recent times, gold and Bitcoin have seen a positive correlation, which we've discussed in our previous article as well. And gold's crucial resistance is at 1815. So if it breaks the 1815 mark, we could see a good upside movement. Earlier on last week we said, gold's crucial level at about 1785 and 1790 support was very crucial, and if it was broken we could see it could go back to 1720, 1740 levels and consolidate again. But now as it's bounced back again, our crucial thing is that needs to break the 1815 mark to see a positive move coming into place, a rally. A very unique pattern, or kind of a positive pattern, was seen in Bitcoin. In the daily chart, we've seen a declining wedge pattern being formed. A declining wedge pattern, whenever it's formed, it basically regarded as a bullish pattern, and whenever this is formed we can see a breakout coming into place, and we'll be very positive about it. But for it to occur, we need to find another indicator that gives us, a kind of assurance. Okay, the pattern's going to be broken, but we haven't seen that because MACD, RSI, Stochio, all of them are not showing any signs of divergence. Nor there's any kind of volume in the market as well. So this is like pure consolidation. So Bitcoin, after its dramatic fall in mid-March, which was also seen in gold, it's bounced back to levels of 9,000, and now it's again entered into zone of kind of a consolidation with a declining pattern, and after the rally which came with good volumes, it's now come back to an area where it's consolidating and it doesn't have a lot of volume. So for the pattern to be broken, a declining wedge pattern to be broken, and seeing an upside movement, we could see Bitcoin, crossing 12,000, 13,000 levels. If it breaks this pattern, we need to see good volume. We need to see divergence occurring or something like that happening, or some kind of positive news. But right now, as we cannot really predict when the pattern will be broken out. So it could take approximately a week, 2 weeks, or even month. But the positive thing is that this pattern is being formed. So Bitcoin, as we said, is back into consolidation zone, and it couldn't break the 9600 resistance. And one of the news that really affected this was the Twitter scenario that happened. I think so everybody's aware of what happened, and I personally feel it was actually Twitter's security breach rather than Bitcoin's security breach. Bitcoin was asked as a mode of donation, but actually who was compromised? I think so Twitter was compromised. And we saw there was a huge drop in price of Bitcoin. It might be related to it, might not be related to it, but Twitter's stock price actually went back to normal levels. I mean, it was quite ironic, like it was their security breach, but then nothing happened to their stock price or their price or anything like that. And the president of the United States, a lot of top officials, a lot of entrepreneurs, businessmen, all their accounts were hacked. Barack Obama's. It's like you're blaming everything on Bitcoin but nothing on Twitter. It was quite ironic. Chainlink has been in news. It is one of the hottest altcoins in news in the month of July. Since 7th of July, it's risen by about 90%. And the reason behind is that China's National Blockchain Service Network, BSN, is utilizing Chainlink's network to provide BSN system access to off-chain data. That's what said the Chainlink's team. And we could see something like this also happening on Blockchain Explorer. So on Blockchain Explorer, we saw that hard wallets, wallets, not specifically hard wallets, but like wallets were accumulating Chainlink. Whenever wallets accumulate something, that means institutional buying is coming or promoter buying is coming. That means they are holding on for the long term. And it removes the volatility in the market, because it's not traders, it's not Robinhood traders or anybody who's increasing the price of the asset. These are proper people who are holding in the long term, and they're expecting some better news coming into place, because generally it's like a domino effect. Like one good news comes, another good news comes, a news after that. So there's a chain of positive news, and whenever people are accumulating, if the insiders were accumulating, they know that a positive news might come into place, and hence it's always a positive sign whenever an institution or promoter buys up their own assets. So the forecast from 18th July to 25th of July. So BTC, as I said, is again gone into consolidation zone, and we are still waiting for it to break the 9600. And as I said, the declining wedge pattern confirms that there's a bullish run in the long run, but we don't really know when that will happen. We still need to see like any kind of diversions or high volume that comes into place, which would basically churn the cycle for the bullish run. Gold going back to 1800 is very important, and it's very crucial, and we're just crossing our fingers that it crosses 1815 resistance, and hence we might see a positive movement in BTC as well. As discussed in our previous article as well, the correlation between the assets has gone up. The reason behind is whenever there's volatility, uncertainty in the market, it generally happens. Similar scene was seen in March as well. Overall, we still maintain a bullish sentiment. We still maintain, that Bitcoin in the long run obviously has to go back to 13,000, 14,000 levels by the end of this year, we feel, or maybe in the next couple of months, whenever it breaks the declining wedge pattern. So we maintain a prediction like 70% bullish, 30% bearish. That means we are more on the bullish side. Bearish can always be short run, whenever some news like, something related to Twitter or something like that comes out, it can always be a little bearish to us, and it might just decline it back to levels of 8800, 8000, I'm sorry, 8500-ish, but it will eventually come back up, because I really don't see a reason why Bitcoin should fall back down, because the trade volumes are going up. Trading in terms of like in perpetual futures, everything has gone up. So I feel a lot of traders, a lot of interest has gained into Bitcoin recently. So we'll wait for the next week, and we'll analyze it next week as well more rigorously. And for daily updates on support and resistance level, please subscribe to analytics.com. You'll find more information there. We use our own AI-backed indicator to predict the support and resistance level. All right, guys, signing off. This is co-founder of Analytics, Devansh Kola. Thank you, guys. Have a nice week.